Greetings, friends, in love and light and prosperity and spirituality and positivity and happiness. So my name is KJ Sagittarius, and as you can see, I'm in a different part of my house. I think that this lighting is a little bit better, so if you know, sometimes I might be making videos in here whenever it's necessary. But this topic is something I just want to talk about. It came into my mind today. So this is men are from Mars, women are from Venus, laws of attraction, gentlemen and ladies. So if I keep looking down, it's because I've written down the order of discussion, and I already went on a whole rant in my head and out loud, and I just wish I had a camera, but that's okay because second time just as good as the first. So we'll just get it on a second take. So once again, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, laws of attraction. So of course you know what the laws of attraction are. It means that whatever you put out there, whatever you claim, whatever you put in the universe, you'll get back to you. That's what will become of you. That's what will happen. If you think a way, you'll turn out that way. If you put something out there, it most likely will come to you. That's the laws of attraction. You speak it into existence, it happens. So, hey, my pony. I got it on the Genuine station on my Pandora because I love Genuine. So, you know, I met him, by the way, when I was a lot younger. I'm sorry, I'm sidetracking, but I met him when I was 11 at Damon's in Waldorf, and my grandma was like, sing a song that you know from Genuine, and me and my sister sang this song, and we were like 12. And it haunts me every day because I really wish I didn't sing that song for him because he was a grown man. And I know he was probably thinking like, why are these kids singing Pony? They probably don't even know what it means. But, you know, that was the only song that we could think of. Like, we were like, riding my pony, 12 years old. Oh, so inappropriate. But I'm sorry, Genuine, if you ever see this, I'm sorry. But that's the only song I can think of. But I love all of your other songs. I just wish I wasn't put on the spot. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. So, the first thing I want to say about this video is the reason why I made this video, Gentlemen and Ladies, Laws of Attraction. So the reason why I made it is because I just put a video up on my Facebook, and you can catch it on YouTube. It's the video previous of this one. And it was about how I didn't agree with women calling themselves bitches and hoes, like, you know, and when they greet their friend, they're like, what's up, bitch, and what's up, hoe, because I feel like you don't have respect for yourself, and if you call yourself that, then that's how others are going to perceive you, that's how you're going to be treated, you know. So you can catch that video on my Facebook, which is KJ-Mfm Jones, or you can just catch it on this YouTube here on my channel. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But so that got me thinking about other various things. I just kind of went on a tangent in my mind of like other various things, in which came to the laws of attraction. So basically, if you perceive yourself in this light, then you will be that way. If you think that you're a bitch, then that's how other people are going to address you. That's how other people are going to treat you. So, which brings me to what men think when they see a girl. And I say girl because, excuse me, I had to pause it real quick because I had a little burp. I don't know why I keep burping on like all my videos. I have like acid reflux or something. I don't know. But anyway, so what men think when they see a girl and how they approach it and how it will be throughout their relationship. So I use girl because this is how girls act, not women of respect for themselves. So I'm sorry guys, I'm a little shorty. So this is how I perceive that girls are and how they get approached, not women, not ladies. So if a man sees a girl, what they think of when they see a girl, if she's dressed a certain way or if she looks a certain way, then that's how they'll approach that girl. That's how they'll approach her. Even a woman, that's how they will approach. So if a man sees a girl, and this brings me back to my point of calling yourself bitch and hoe. Now, if you're out with your girls and you're like, yeah, bitch, you know, so-and-so, so-and-so, and she like, yeah, hoe, you know, and blah, 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 etc., etc. You're like, bitch, what? Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. If that's how you act, then this man, you know, a man that might be interested in you, will see you from afar, And he might go, okay, I'm watching. They observe, they watch you from afar first before they approach you, because they just kind of want to get a feel of what they're dealing with. So they see you, they observing you, and they're like, okay, I see her, and all right, so now I know how they compute. I know what kind of guy she like. I got to get my swag on, and I got to, do all this for her and just show her that I'm cool, etc., etc. So he comes up to you, and this is how he approach you. What's up, shawty? Let me holla at you for a minute. Can I holla at you? I was just wondering, if I could just like talk to you and get your number, and maybe just like we could chill sometime, or we could just see what's up, see where it go. Like that's like, it's like he doesn't have a plan, he doesn't have anything. That's how he approaches you, because that's what you seem like is okay, and you're like, okay, hey, that sounds cool, okay, why not? So that's what they think when they see a girl that portrays herself in that way, that thinks it's okay to be called those things. That's what they see them like. Or if they see a girl and she's dressed a certain way, like her cleavage is all hanging out, she got booty shorts on, she's showing all her skin. Obviously they're gonna think, a man is gonna think that she doesn't respect herself. She's like, okay, if she all, and then they're gonna think that she's loose. Okay, if she all, dressing like this, then she must be down. She must be easy to get. She must be, this is gonna be some fun. I'm not gonna take her seriously. I'm just gonna have some fun with her. Like, that's what they're gonna think. They're like, okay, she's nothing to take seriously. So then you later down the road, he pick you up, you go on a date, and first of all, he come up to your door. He comes up to your house, pulls up in the house, pulls up to the driveway, and honks the horn. Beep, beep. He honking the horn. Or if he don't honk the horn, he calling you on the phone. I'm outside. That's the type of man that you're going to get. That's the type of man you're going to get. That's not a gentleman. He going to come out, I'm outside. That's what you want. And then you okay with it. You're making them think it's okay. You coming outside, hey, and getting in the car, hey, like everything's cool. When a man sees all that, he don't have to do much. He doesn't have to try. That's how he's going to continue to be. That's the type of man he's going to continue to be. Not a gentleman. So that's what men think when they see a certain type of woman that looks that way. Now, the next thing I have is what men think when they see a lady, when they approach a lady, what they think. So if a man sees a woman and she looking all beautiful from head to toe, she don't have her, she don't have her cleavage out, but she has a feminine figure. You can see that figure. She's looking all lovely and nice and everything. He's gonna compute in his head. He's gonna be like, okay, I look at all her over there, in that sundress, looking all beautiful, head to toe. She probably got a PhD or something. She's probably all educated and stuff. I gotta get my gentleman on for this girl. I gotta impress her. He come up to you. He's like, "How you doing, Miss Lady?" we all been through that. But, how you doing, Miss Lady? I just want to let you know that you're a very beautiful woman, and I was just wondering if I could take you out on a date and show you a good time, and let me spoil you and do these things for you to show you that how much I appreciate your beauty, and I'd really like to get to know you. That's how they speak. They speak to you like that because they see you. They see the respect that you have for yourself. They see how you know that you deserve better. You deserve more. They see that. They saying words they don't even know the meanings to. You're looking mighty splendiferous. My philosophical mind is telling me that, you're an extravagant woman. They just making up stuff, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's how you look. Okay, they just saying stuff. You just like, okay, you trying to impress me. They feel like they have to impress you. They feel like they have to try hard. They feel like they have to be like, okay, I have to show her that I'm educated. I have to show her that I'm good enough to be with her. I'm good enough to be around her. I'm a gentleman. I'm smart like she is. They feel like they have to try. They have to really try. If you dress a certain way where you looking all ratchet and loose, they don't feel like they gotta try. They say, oh, snooze you lose. I go up to you like, what's up, shorty? Can I get your number? No. All right, well, fuck it then. That's how they feel. All right, whatever. But men that get, rejected, that feel hurt by a woman that respects herself, they take that seriously. They keep trying. Be like, oh, how you doing? Such and such, such and such. Oh, well, no, thank you. I'm not interested, but thank you. I appreciate that. well, I mean, why, I'm just saying, let me take you out. Like, they keep trying because they know that you have respect for yourself. So men think they're visual creatures. They see something, they want it, they go after it. They see something, they want it, and but it's not all, it's not anything they're impressed about. They're not going to be that serious about it. They're like, all right, it's whatever. So, but if you let a man approach you, ladies, with not as a gentleman, let me holler at you, and some men might really be that way, but that's not the type of men that I want. But if you let them approach you that way, and they do all those things, and they call you to get you to come outside, that shapes your relationship. That's how your relationship is going to be shaped. If a man feels like he doesn't have to do much, he's not going to feel like he has to do much in the relationship. If he feels like if he's not a gentleman from the beginning, he's never going to be one. And it's not your job to teach him how to be one. It's not your job to show him how to be a gentleman. He's not going to be one. He never was one. If he doesn't open doors for you, he's not going to be opening the door. If you're going to let that slide, he's going to just keep thinking it's going to slide. You don't have respect for yourself, so why would I? So the next thing is, if you could tell if it's real or fake how a man is approaching you. Now, if there are those men out there that are intimidated by beautiful women, and when they approach you, they're phony. They think they see a high class woman or something, or they see a woman that respects herself, and they got to put on a facade. They got to use words they don't mean, or they have to fake like they're smart or intelligent. First of all, fellas, don't ever fake anything. It's not gonna get you anywhere in the long run. That woman's gonna find out eventually. She's gonna realize you're not her type. It's not compatible, and then you're gonna lose her in the first place. So approach a woman how you really are, because you're gonna find a woman that's gonna be okay with that. You're gonna find that woman that you're looking for. So you don't want to waste your time. But ladies, if you get that man that's phony and acting like a gentleman when he's really not, you're gonna find out. It's okay. You're gonna find out from that first date. You're gonna find out from that first date. You're going to find out how he treats you on the date. You're going to find out throughout the relationship. You're not even going to get to a relationship because it doesn't take long. He can't keep it up for long. You can't fake something. You can't fake the funk. They can't keep it up for long if that's not how they really are. Which brings me to my next point about how you find out if they're a gentleman or not on the first date. So it's story time. It is story time. So I have a story. I was in a similar situation like this. And a boy, I'm gonna call him a boy because he wasn't really a gentleman, that I went out with. And let me just say this first, that I think that I was okay with this before because I tried to give him and others the benefit of the doubt. And then I started realizing why I was always single, because I was always giving them the benefits of the doubts. Like, I would always give them benefits of the doubt. And I had to raise my standards high. I mean, I knew my standards were high. I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted a gentleman, and I noticed things, but I never put them in play because I always think people can change or they needed benefits of the doubt. But then I started realizing, well, this is why you're still single, KJ, because you keep letting things slide, because you keep thinking that they'll change. You set your standards low, anybody can meet that. You set that bar really low, anybody can meet that bar. Anybody can come in. If you set them high enough, if you set them high, you're going to weed out all the spam, and like your email, you just weed it all out. So my standards were just kind of like somewhere in the middle, but I never implemented them. I never took them seriously. And now I'm at that point where I'm like, no, this is what it is. And this is how it's going to be, because I need to start realizing that this is why I'm single. I need to stop compromising myself and my happiness. And that's what I was doing. But anyway, so we went on this date. This boy asked me out on a date, and I told him okay, and I knew him for a while and everything, and we were cool. So we went out, and he came to my house to pick me up. The first thing he did that was a no-no that I noticed, was he pulled up in my driveway, had the car running, was sitting in the car. Then he called me on the phone and said, I'm outside. He did that I'm outside thing. So that was already like a sign or like a red flag right there. What I should have done, nowadays what I will do, but what I should have done was say, oh, okay, you can go ahead and turn around. I've seen all I can see. I know, I hope you had a fun drive over here. You had a fun drive back. I got it. Okay. So that's what I should have done, but me being a compromiser, wanting a relationship, wanting something, giving people benefit of the doubt, I said, okay, I'm just, I notice him, but I'm still letting it slide. I'm still asleep, So I went outside. Another red flag was I got myself in the car. He never got out of the car. I opened my own door and got in the car. It was cold outside. This was like a winter time, fall, winter, like getting towards winter time. So I got myself in the car, sat in the car, and then he was like, okay, we're gonna go here and such and such. And well, first of all, he didn't say we're gonna go here. He said, where do you want to go? See, me personally, it doesn't really, I know it doesn't matter for a lot of women, but personally me, I feel like if you ask me on a date, you should already know all of that. Like, you should already have like a plan, like you should be like, we're going to go here, but he was like, where do you want to go? And I know that some guys were like, well, we don't know what you like. Well, make a suggestion. You know what I mean? Like, make a suggestion. Like, women like effort. Women like that you thought of something, you took it seriously. You're really trying to impress me. You're really trying to get with me. You have like a whole organized, plan. So I was like, okay, well, we can go here. It was like this whole thing back and forth. It was like, well, we can go here. Like, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? I don't like doing all that. I just want you to tell me this is what it is. So, but anyway, so we were on the way there, and fellas, let me tell you something right now. Okay, I had to get my pen out because I'm gonna start waving it around. Let me tell you something right now. If you do this is, to me, this is one of my biggest pet peeves, and I think this is just straight up disrespectful. This boy, I don't know why I keep calling him a man. This boy, we are driving on the way to the restaurant. Okay, first of all, before I get to my biggest pet peeve, first of all, he wasn't talking to me. He wasn't communicating with me, really. All right, he was driving, just, I'm like, okay. So how was the drive over here? Oh, it was cool, it was alright. How was your night? How your day going? It was cool, No problem. Turn on some music. Boom! Turn the music on. Boom, boom, chicka, boom, 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 blasting all loud in the car, just driving like he in the car with his homies. First of all, I'm in the car. I mean, first of all, how you know I want to listen to this music? Second of all, you don't want to talk to me. Like, you don't want to talk to me like I'm in the car. Like, why don't you talk to me on the way to the date so we can get to know each other and just see if we're compatible? I mean, the date isn't just for that. Just because we're not eating in front of each other doesn't mean we can't talk. So that was already bad. But what he did that was one of my biggest pet peeves was this boy driving, right? Driving. He gonna pick up his phone and start texting. Fellas, don't ever do that. Okay? Do not do that. Let me tell you why. Because that lets a woman know that you don't care about her. You don't care about her safety. You don't care about, that you have precious cargo in here. You don't care about your safety. That's how you drive all the time. I don't care if you drive like that on your own. But, you can die on your own time. I don't want to die. I'm in the car with you. I already don't know if you know how to drive properly. Now you're letting me know that you don't even care that I can see you texting right now. He texting while he's driving and looking through music, scrolling through music. And I'm just sitting there like, excuse me. You're making me feel really uncomfortable right now. Like, why are you texting while driving while I'm in here? Do you not care about me? Do you not care that you have precious cargo over here? If you show a woman attention and that you care and you're not texting while driving, she will know that you respect her. She'll be like, okay, he's not texting, he's taking it seriously. My safety, is important to him. You want to be with this woman. You're not going to be with her for long if y'all get into a car accident. That is a really big no-no. That's one of the things I cannot stand. Like, I can't stand when men do that. So we get to the restaurant. Okay, we pull in the restaurant. We sitting in there. Another red flag. Okay, he get out the car. He's standing in the front of the car, waiting for me to get out. I'm in the car like this, looking at him, standing in front of the car. He just on it like this, looking at his phone, like waiting for me to get out the car. So I got out. I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting myself out the car. I got out the car, closed the door. Then the one thing he did do was open the door for me to the restaurant. So we got a couple of little points for that. But he opened the door to the restaurant. That's about the only thing he knew how to do. We went to the restaurant, ate some food. The conversation was good. I thought he was a really nice guy. And I did like him. I liked the person that he was. And then we leave the restaurant. He opened the door. But then what he did was, we leaving the restaurant. We're going back to the car, walking back to the car. He power walking in front of me, y'all. He just started power walking in front of me like I wasn't there. Like I wasn't, we didn't just come from a date, Like he just was like walking super fast in front of me. And I think that might have been like my last straw, because he just started walking really fast, and it was cold, and I'm just like, cold, and I'm just like, okay, like, you know, he started walking really fast. I said, excuse me, do you not see me behind you? Like, do you not see me right here? Like, I thought we were on a date. I thought we just left the date. He said, oh, he walked back. Oh, I'm sorry, baby girl. You know, I'm it's cold, you know, and I just wanted to get back to the car. Well, damn, I'm cold too. I want to get back to the car too. Like, you know, I mean, why don't you put your arms around me or something and warm me up, or warm yourself up? Like, why don't you talk to me? Like, we can't stroll back to the car. We can't walk back to it, you know, and don't y'all tell me I'm high maintenance. Don't y'all tell me I'm high maintenance, because I don't want to hear it. I'm high maintenance because I highly respect myself. I deserve to be highly respected. I have high standards for myself. I love me. That makes me high maintenance. It wasn't high maintenance when your parents were doing it and treating each other like ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't high maintenance when your grandparents were doing it and treating each other like ladies and gentlemen. And as far as I'm concerned, their marriages have lasted a little bit longer than ours this generation. So don't tell me I'm high maintenance when all I want is a gentleman that treats me with respect, okay? So cut that noise. So we get back to the car, you know, so blah blah blah. He in the car driving me back home. You know, and well, before that, when we was walking back to the car, he said, after I told him that I was behind him, he was like, I'm sorry, my dad never taught me to be a gentleman. That's what he said. He said, my dad never taught me to be a gentleman. So I felt really bad for him, because that is a real situation. A lot of men don't have that, you know. Some men are in you know, one parent households. Some men are just raised by their mothers, or some men are just raised by men. Like, it could be any situation. So I felt really bad for him, you know, and that's probably another reason why I give him the benefit of the doubt, because I felt bad for him. But I shouldn't have compromised, you know what I mean? I should have just found a man whose dad did teach him how to be a gentleman, instead of trying to waste my time trying to teach him. But still, so I felt bad. And I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, well, this is why he like that. You know, maybe I should just, you know, give him a chance and stuff. But then that chance died. Okay. Let me tell you why it died. We went back to my house, right? We drive back in the driveway, right? So he was like, all right, I had a good night. And I said, oh, I had a good night too. You know, it was cool. And thank you. And it was really nice. And I liked the conversation, all that. He was like, yeah, well, I hope to see you again, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, me too. So I'm just, you know, sitting there. You know, first of all, let me just backtrack and say that when we got back in the car, I pulled a Bronx tail on him. And when I got in the car, I opened up his door. I, you know, boom, click, hit the lock, and opened and let his door open, opened it. Okay, so ladies, you know, damn, if you meet a man that opens the door for you, open the door for him. Reach across, you know, reach across the seat, just open the door for him. So I was very much a lady. But so he told me, yes, I had a nice time too, you know, hope to see you again. I said, oh, well, you know, I hope to see you again too, you know, and I did. And he was like, all right. So then I'm sitting there like, okay, you know, you gonna let me out the car, you know, whatever. So I said, okay, fine. But I had to get myself out of the car. All right. So that was like, so that started like, my dad never raised me to be a gentleman, kind of just start kicking in again. So I opened the door, got myself the car. And when I got to my house, to my garage, because I don't go in the front door, I go in through the garage. Okay, so I'm putting my garage code in. The garage halfway up. I look back. He pulling out the driveway, y'all. He was pulling out the driveway. I was like, what the? He didn't even wait for me to get in the house. I mean, you know, I live in the trees and stuff. Coyotes could have came and ate me or something. Like, a man could have came behind me and said, come here, get over here. I'll show you what a man is. Like, you know, he could have, anything could have happened to me. He just pulled off. Like, that was like the last straw right there. Like, fellas, you need to make sure that woman gets in her house and gets home safely. I mean, that's the whole point of you dropping her off. Like, make sure she gets in there safely. Like, wait till she walks up to her door or wherever, gets in the house, locks the door, waves bye to you or something, you know, or calls you like, I'm, you know, good, something like that. Like, don't just pull off before she gets in her house. What's wrong with y'all? So after that, you know, I did give him another chance. That was foolish of me. I told y'all I gave people benefit of the doubt. But let me tell you what happened with our relationship. We never established a serious relationship. We ended up being like friends with benefits. That's what ended up happening to us. Like, that didn't last long, you know. And he still calls me to this day, and I can't really give him a chance because, you know, he's a nice person, but he doesn't have the qualities that I'm looking for, and I can't really give him a chance. You know, I feel like he would never be able to be that guy. And but see what happened with our relationship. We didn't even end up being in a relationship. We ended up being friends with benefits, you know, and that didn't even last. So if you want something serious, you have to have standards. You have to be respected, and you have to be a lady, you know. And that brings me back to the bitches and hoes thing. You know, if a man sees you calling yourself bitch and hoe and all that, you know, and you're in what you think is a relationship, you think y'all in a relationship, and you know, later down the road he's cheated on you or something. Let's say he cheated on you, and you just like, why you cheat on me? You know, like, why you just cheat on me like that? I thought you cared about me. I thought you loved me. I thought we had something. He gonna be looking at you like, you thought I loved you when we had something? I thought you was a hoe. And you gonna be like, what? He's like, I thought you was a bitch. And he gonna say, what? What makes you think I'm a bitch? What makes you think I'm a hoe? I'm not no bitch. I'm not no hoe. What makes you think I'm that? Well, I mean, that's what your friend said. I mean, that's what you were calling each other when I first met you. Like, I mean, I just thought you was a hoe. I mean, you said you were. I mean, so I'm wrong now. So it's okay for you to call yourself a hoe, bitch. I'm supposed to take you seriously. You know, what you mean? Why would I take a hoe seriously? I don't love no hoes. We don't love these hoes. I mean, why would I love a hoe or a bitch? You know, like, so you can't call yourself that and expect a man to just wipe you up. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So how gentlemen and ladies act. How they act is, gentlemen, okay? If you don't act like this, then here's some lessons for you. When you pick a girl up from a date, don't call her on the phone and tell her, I'm outside. Don't do that, okay? No. Go walk your lazy ass to the door, okay, and ring the doorbell. If she don't got a doorbell, knock on the door, and, you know, bring her some flowers or something. One guy did that for me. I thought that was really nice. He's a friend of mine now, you know, because he did some things in the past, but I never, you know, went too far with him, but he's a friend of mine now, and he restored my faith in a lot of men and humanity, because when we first went on a date, he brought me some flowers, and a guy hasn't done that in a long time. He brought me flowers and opened the door and, you know, all this stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I almost felt like scared a little bit or something, because I'm like, this is real, you know. I almost felt really afraid, like, you know. So, but I thought it was very lovely. Bring her flowers. Like, you know, one rule back in the day was you can't come to anybody's house without a gift, without showing appreciation. You can't do that. So if you don't have any flowers to bring, that's okay, but at least get out of the car and ring the doorbell and knock on the door, you know, and take her by the hand, walk her back to the car, open the door. All right, sit her in the car, show her that you respect her, show her you think she's beautiful, she's precious cargo, you want her to be safe and gentle, and you know, she's a feminine woman, you know. And ladies, lean over, unlock that car door, Bronx Tale, unlock that car door. All right, let him in. He gonna be like, damn, okay, Bronx Tale, you know, she's real, you know. That's what they think. Like, open that door, you know, let him in. All right, fellas, don't text and drive when you have somebody in there with you. You know, do that on your own time. Worry about your own life, but worry about my life when I'm in the car with you. Show me respect. Show me that you care about my safety. Don't text and drive. Don't be searching for music, because I'll call you out in a second. I sure will. You know, open the doors. Open the car door. Let her out the car. Don't talk on the phone, like, you know, while you're at dinner. Another thing that he did, though, while we were at dinner, was a friend of his came up. All right, and I'm not saying that this is like good or bad, but I feel like this is kind of like a catchy thing. This is really catchy for me. A friend of his came up during our date and was like, what's up, man? What's up? And he left the seat and dapped him up and was just like, you know, what's up? Yeah, talking to him and all that stuff. Now, I think that's wrong because, one, the date got interrupted, and I think that's kind of disrespectful. But it's not technically his fault because his friend came up. But then it's kind of like, that's the type of people that he surrounds himself with. Ones that interrupt his date, like ones that think it's okay to just come up to him and be like, what's up, son? And then he had a whole conversation over there when I'm just sitting there like, you know, oh, hold on, y'all, it's my song. See your face, it makes me wanna sing, and every time I think about your love, it drives me crazy. This is my favorite song. Oh my gosh, I love the song. I love Rome, y'all. This is my favorite song. Every time I see your face, it makes me wanna sing. And every time I think about your love, it drives me crazy. Say, my lady, tell me what's wrong with your boyfriend. That's it. Wrong? No. What's wrong with your boyfriend? But anyway, so his friends, he has the type of friends that think it's okay to disrespect and come up to your day and interrupt it. So you surround yourself with the type of people that you emulate, like that you are, you know. So that let me know that he wasn't really like all that way of a respectful gentleman, because any real gentleman, to me at least, to me, would have been like, you know, hey, how you doing, man? What's up? And then just kind of like put the attention directly towards me, like, what's up? And just, I'll talk to you later, man. I'm on a date, you know, I'll talk to you another time. But he got up out the seat, you know, while we were in the middle of a conversation, saw his friend, dapped him up, was like, yeah, bro, you know, blah, 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 and talked to him like for like 5-6 minutes. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. And everybody kind of in the restaurant just looking like, you know, like, so, I mean, so that's not all the way his fault, but he made it okay, you know. He should have checked his friend at the door, you know what I mean? He made it okay. So yeah, don't do that. Don't interrupt the date. You know, your undivided attention should be on the date. That should be your undivided attention. Okay, so ladies, dress like a lady. Okay, if you coming out this first date and you got your tatas hanging out, you know, and they just sitting up real, just cleavage showing and everything, excuse me, and he gonna be looking at you like, damn, is there any mystery to you? You know, I mean, you know, I can see it all, you know, I'm good, you know, I got what I need. I saw what I need to see. You got to respect yourself on this first date, you know, dress appropriately. It's nothing wrong with being feminine, you know, and showing your curves. I like showing my curves, but I'm not going to be, you know, loosey-goosey. I'm not going to be, you know, loosey-loosey. So show respect for yourself and how you dress. You know, you should play up your natural. That's what I believe in that too. You don't have to cake on the makeup. You cake on the makeup, a lot of men will think that you look like that all the time. You know, you're going to look like that all the time. Like, this chick is high maintenance. You know, she got caked up makeup on. No, if you wear natural, and play up your natural, then he can't say anything when you walking around in the house looking all, you know, with your hair all up and stuff. He already know what you look like. He be like, you still look good to me, you know. But if you playing up this fake clown face, you know, he gonna think you're clown face all the time. You know, he gonna think that you always feel like you have to wear makeup on, or you're gonna feel like you always have to wear makeup because this is how he saw me first. So I feel like if he saw me first like this, I have to always look good. This is how I always have to be. If you play up your natural, then you know that he respects you more. He really wants you because he sees your natural beauty. You know, be a lady. You know, cross your legs. Don't eat with your mouth open. All right, you know, don't be all slouching and stuff, sitting there. You know, have conversation. Don't talk about sex. That's a very important thing too. Don't talk about sex on the first date, because I feel like sex complicates things, and I feel like if you set the tone for sex, then it kind of shifts. It's not taken seriously anymore. You know, the date is kind of, it'll lead to friends with benefits. You know, well, what do you like to do in the bedroom? Like, you know, that, so once you jump to the topic of sex, it's like, okay, this is what she wants, this is what he wants, this is all that they want. So next, that brings me to setting high standards for yourself. So respect yourself. Like I said, set high standards for yourself. You put the bar low, anybody is going to be able to meet that bar. You know, if you see somebody that you like, you know, approach them as a gentleman, approach them respectfully. Don't compromise. That was my problem before. Don't compromise your happiness. Don't compromise your integrity and what you want. Don't compromise anything. You know, just you like laws of attraction. Like I said before, laws of attraction. You get what you put out there. If you set your standards high and you say, you know, oh, I don't like that. You know, I want this and I want that. You know, people think that when they have high standards, they're high maintenance. I don't know why they say that. You know, people think that if you set your standards high, then you're always going to be single. Like, they're like, you're going to be single forever. Like, no, that's not true. You're not going to be single forever. When that person comes along that meets the qualities that you want, it'll be real. It'll be what you want. There's somebody out there for everybody. There's somebody out there that will meet all of those standards and beyond. You know, it's just a matter of waiting for them. That's all it is. You know, just because you set your standards high don't mean you're going to die single. You're just going to be waiting for that person to come along, and they will come. They will come. If you keep, you know, setting your standards, you know, really low, and you're just like dating everybody, or you're listening to everybody, how maybe you should lower your standards. If you listen to that and you do it, then you're just going to be getting used up. You're never going to find what you want. You're going to be surpassing and missing that person that's trying to come along. You know, you're never going to find what you want. You're going to be losing so much, giving so much of yourself, getting heartbroken, getting in pain. And then when that person that comes along meets all those standards, you're going to miss out on them. You're going to be so hurt on the inside. You're going to be so emotionally damaged that you're not even going to see it. Or you're going to be so your standards are going to change because you lowered them so much. Now I'd be like, oh, your standards are too high, or you're not what I'm looking for, even though that they were already that person you wanted before. So don't worry about it. Don't listen to people. Do what you want. You want that, get it. You want it, stick with it. Okay? It's nothing wrong with having high standards, all right? My problem was that I had like medium standards, and I kept compromising them, so they kept dropping. But now it's 2016, and I'm not taking no cut cards. I'm not taking no cut cards. I'm not compromising myself anymore. I'm not giving, people parts of me that they don't deserve. If my standards were set and I really stuck with them, I wouldn't still be single. If my standards were set and I stuck with them, I wouldn't be single. Because when you set standards, they're there for a reason. You're weeding out spam. If you lower in them, and you're still going to be single, because when you get in a relationship with that person that didn't meet all your standards, you're wondering why it's not working out. You wonder why you're not compatible with that person. Because they're not meeting your standards. They're not meeting your standards, duh. Like, that's why you're not compatible. That's why you're unhappy. That's why you're still single. Because you're supposed to be with what you want to be with. Nobody's perfect, but there's that person that's perfect for you. There's that person out there. So respect yourself. You get out there what you want. So my closing argument is, if you truly love yourself first, if you truly love you first, then you will find true love. And that's real. That is just straight up real. If you love you first, then you will find true love. If you respect yourself first, you'll find respect. People will respect you. If you treat yourself, as a respected person, and you don't consider yourself a bitch or a hoe, or out here, doing all these crazy things. I used to never think, I used to be like all on the woman's side, like I used to just be like, because I'm a woman, so I used to just be like, no, women like this and that. But now I'm just neutral, because one, I've always had like a mentality of a guy kind of, but now I can see really what men are talking about. I never used to think that there were so many women out there disrespecting themselves. I really thought that a lot of women had the mentality of me. They weren't out here disrespecting themselves or lying or cheating or doing all these crazy things, and men would always be like, y'all, whatever, y'all do this and that, and you can't trust these hoes. I used to always wonder why they were like that. I'm like, really, are there women out there like that? And then I started seeing them, and then I started like meeting some, and ones that would lie, watching a lot of shows, one that would lie about being pregnant. I didn't know girls were like really doing that, like lying about being pregnant, just out here doing crazy stuff. Like, you have to respect yourself, ladies. If you want a man, it's laws of attraction. If you want a man, if you want a gentleman, act like a lady. Fellas, if you want a lady, act like a gentleman. All right? You can't be out here saying, you my nigga, and you just what's up, and like, that's that bitch or whatever. You're not going to get a lady. You're going to get a bitch. You're going to get a hoe. You're going to be cheated on. You're going to be doing all this. So that's going to be your reality. So you're not going to know that there's ladies out there that respect themselves. You're not going to know that every woman isn't like the ones that you're getting, because you act like that. So that's what you're going to get. That's going to be your world. But then there's this other world that I know about, and there's other world that gentlemen know about and ladies know about, and that they see gentlemen and they see ladies. That's why it was so foreign to how women were acting like that. I was like, women are acting like that? Because I never was, I was in a whole different reality, like, but now I can see it now. So pull your chair out, but let them pull your chair out and stuff. You know, just do something that shows that you care. You know, put it out there. Respect yourself. Don't be out here wearing thin clothes and booty shorts and acting all crazy. You can still be cute and have a feminine form without showing all your skin off, you know? You can still be respected. You don't have to be calling your friends bitch and hoe and all that stuff. You don't have to be doing that. I mean, if they're your friend, then you're supposed to be calling them friend, right? Like, there's this one meme that I saw. It was like, it said, you know, I only got one friend that I consider, it was like, I don't have all these friends. I have one that I consider my mother effing bitch. Okay. So why did you have to say all that? Why couldn't you just say, I have one real friend? Like, why did all of that have to be necessary? I have one mother effing bitch. Why did all that have to be necessary to be said? You couldn't just say, I have one real friend that I consider like a real friend. Like, why is all those negative words necessary? I thought those were all negative words. When did that become associated with friend? Excuse me. And then there was like another meme that said, excuse me, it was like, me and my friends are so mean to each other. We call each other bitch and hoe. All right, that whole paragraph contradicted itself. All right, so me and my friends are so mean to each other. I thought you were supposed to be nice to your friends. I thought you cared about your friends and they were supposed to be like, you know, nice to you and care about you and love you and stuff. I thought that's what friends were for. And then to say we're so mean to each other, we call each other bitch and hoe. I thought bitch and hoe were negative words. Like, I didn't know you associate them with friends. If you have friends like that, that's okay with calling you that, that's not your friend. So you gonna tell me that if I call my friend, what's up, bitch? What's up, hoe? And then I meet a girl that I don't like, and I'm like, look at that bitch. Look at that hoe. Like, and wouldn't your friend be confused? Would she be like, what? I thought I was your bitch. You are my bitch, but you called her a bitch. She is a bitch. Because you know damn well, bitch can't mean all them things. It means one thing. It means female dog. And in the slang term, it means you acting all uppity and snooty, like nobody's good enough for you. Okay? So, y'all gotta stop that mess. But, that's aside from the point. Point of this video was law of attraction. You put it out there, you act a certain way, that's what you're gonna get. That's gonna be your reality. Alright? You need to start checking yourself. You need to look inside yourself and love you first so you can find true love. So you can find what you're really looking for. Look inside yourself, people, and stop acting so ratchet. Alright? Be a gentleman. Be a lady. It's not enough of them these days. All these divorces and everything. Let's go back to when your grandparents and your parents were together, you know? All I know is that I respect myself, okay? If you can't pick me up and come to my door and be a gentleman with me, then we can't be together. So ladies, have high standards, respect yourself. Then if you do that, you'll be out here teaching these men how to treat these women. Fellas, if you show a lady respect, you'll be out here teaching these ladies how to treat their men. So check out my previous video as well, men can't handle rejection, and how to handle that rejection when you become rejected. That's another good topic about this video. And the previous video I told you all about before, about being called bitch and hoe and slangs and how they shape you as a person. You know, how that shapes you with the laws of attraction. So this was a really fun rant. I know this video is kind of long, but that's why it is a YouTube video, and that's what I'm for. Therapeutic sessions. As you all know, I've told you in another previous video that I will be implementing what I learned in school, because I am trying to become a counseling psychologist. So I will be implementing that. So it will be free therapeutic and therapy lessons for everyone for now. And then later down the road, I don't know, I might start charging you guys. You know, it depends. If you blow me up famous and get me YouTube famous, then you don't have to worry about that, because them checks will be coming in. But regardless of that, please subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos and share them. I'm trying to spread more positivity in the universe, and it all starts with one. It all starts with a like and a share and subscribe. You can also friend me on Facebook or follow me on Facebook. It's KJ-Lubleey Jones, and my Instagram is @XLUBLEEYX. And you can also email me at fitnesswithkj.lub@gmail.com if you have any questions or opinions or anything you want to talk about. So, oh, and give me topics. I love to talk. As you all can see, it's my gift. It's what I do. And I love to help others and spread positivity. So once again, spread that positivity, spread that gentleman quality, those lady qualities, and do what you do. What makes you happy, do what you feel. Makes you feel good, do it. So love and light to everyone. I love you all, and happy Valentine's Day.